So today what we're doing is a fantasy draft rebuild, but it's going to be on a roster that recently came out because some of you guys have been asking for a Legends fantasy draft. So let me show you the roster and then we'll get into it, but I hope you guys do enjoy it. If you do, hit that thumbs up down below, subscribe to the channel if you're new and enjoyed the content, and of course get in the comment section, let me know what video you'd like to see in the future. So for this roster that just came out, you need to search Ryden Online ID, and then it'll be the first roster that comes up, Longballs V2, then download it. But let me show you this roster because it actually just came out. It's the version 2 of Longballs and Legends, and it's a really cool Legends roster if you're ever looking for one. So I made a video on the first version that came out not too long ago, or actually no, it came out a while ago, and I think it's been a couple months. But this roster it's really cool because it's not just everyone's in their prime and not everyone's a 99. They kind of space things out where players are at different age ranges, overalls, and things like that. So I'll kind of go through this really quickly just so you guys can kind of see who's where. But like I said, it's just kind of spaced out so you guys could actually make a franchise out of it with these legends rather than everybody being 99, everybody kind of being in their prime, which is kind of what normally happens with Legends rosters. They're all kind of 99s, 98s, 93s, rather than with this one, people are kind of spread out, people are different ages, different overalls, and this way you can actually make a franchise, like I said, rather than just like, you know, maybe 1 or 2 seasons. You could actually do like a full-fledged rebuild or a full-fledged franchise. So I'm gonna go through this kind of quick. If you guys want to at any point, just to pause it and see what the roster is for the team that you're looking for or the player that you're looking for, because I don't want this to be too much of the video, because I definitely want to still at least show you some of the draft process as well. So here we go through the rosters. I'll see if we can find some names that kind of stick out to me. And you know, you got Vlad at 28, Pedro at 29, you've got David Wright at 18. So like there's different ages and everything, like I've said. So I don't really want to sit here and repeat myself too much, but you get the whole point of what the roster is. It's a lot cooler than just, like I said, everyone's 99 or, you know, kind of in their prime. I think it's a really cool idea. It's a really cool concept where it allows you to actually make a rebuild or a whole franchise out of it rather than just 1 or 2 seasons. So we're gonna hop into it. We're only gonna do like 1 or 2 seasons, see if we can win a World Series. Hopefully we can with the team that we draft. If we can't win it within the first season, then what we'll do is we'll go out and do a second season, make a couple trades, see if we can sign a couple players and really turn the team around, see if we can win it in season 2. So let's hop into it. Let's get this fantasy draft started. All right, so it looks like we have a very bad pick, 25. Oof. So Andrew Jones went first, followed by Vlad, Pedro, Roy Halladay, Randy Johnson. Okay. All right. Mo Vaughn. Oh, okay. Who else we got here? A couple. Okay, cool. Some interesting draft. Barry Bonds. Hold on, timeout. Yes, but I also wanted to see who else was available. We got Barry, Manny Ramirez, Brett Saberhagen, Larry Walker. Okay. Okay. There's some good names available, as you'd expect for sure. But I think Barry Bonds is the smart pick. You know, like no reason not to take him. All right, second pick. It looks like pitchers are kind of at a premium. So let's get a pitcher or two. And how does Bartolo look? Looks decent. I feel like we should take Bartolo for the memes. Let's do it. And let's keep going. Let's see what we can get out of this draft. So far I feel pretty comfortable with the first 2 picks that we've done. But you know, who knows what happens after this. Who else do we have here? Brandon Webb. He was nasty for a few seasons. Like he was like lights out. You got Dontrell. Let's get some offense, like a Mike Piazza, Ryan Sandberg. You got Cal Ripken Jr., Ricky Henderson, Jim Edmonds. We gotta take Sammy Sosa. Like it's Sammy Sosa. Slamming Sammy, you gotta put him in the team. All right. Ooh, I was gonna take Dontrell Willis, but he was just, I think, taking the pick before us. 2 picks before us. Ooh, that's tough. That's tough for sure. So, who could we take? That would be good. Because, like, I'm looking at this, man, it looks like pitchers are kind of, you got to hope you get someone that's, like, really good. So, you know what? Let's take Brandon Webb. Let's give it a shot. Let's give it a shot. It looks like good catchers that, like, you know, there's like good fielding catchers. There's some that have a little bit of power, but I think like Jorge Posada for a catcher, might as well pick him up. It'd be really cool if you could like search by name in the fantasy draft. Like that would be really nice, because then that way I could like see if a player was still available rather than having to search through the whole list by position. Like it would be so nice, like just to be able to search. And if he wasn't available, then obviously I wouldn't be able to draft him. But you see what I'm saying? Like it would just be nice to have that option available, because like I have like a couple players in mind, but like having to like it seems so like, oh, you don't have the time to search through it. But it would just be kind of like a, oh man, there's a phrase that is called, that basically would just make it a little bit easier, and just I wish I knew what the phrase was, but just make it a little bit easier, make it easier for the user, and it would just kind of speed things up a little bit. Because like right now I'm like, I have a couple players in mind. It's just going through each list trying to find one is just it is kind of a pain. It is kind of a pain, I'm not gonna lie. So rather than sitting here and talking your ears off, let's just go with I don't know, who would be someone that would be good to get. I'm gonna get Chuck Knobloch. That's who I'm gonna choose. Next one I'm gonna pick is Tom Hankey. I think I kind of want to try out Rob Dibble as well, but his walks per nine really worry me. I feel like he's gonna get rocked a little bit. There's a couple of other closers that I had in mind, but I think it's between Hankey and Dibble. So I'm gonna go Hankey, even though he's 35. He might end up falling off and being absolutely atrocious, but we're gonna have to take that chance. We just are. Cecil Fielder, Andres Galarraga. I'm gonna take Andres Galarraga. It looks like he hits nothing but bombs. I'm gonna take a little bit of a prospect, see if we can flip him. I know, but it's Jimmy Rollins. He's got A potential, and the shortstops available didn't look that great. That's really what it came down to. It's just the ones that were there were not fantastic. So I'm gonna take who do we want here for center? I do want to take a center fielder, like 100%. Like we need a center fielder. It's just I'm looking at some of these options here and it doesn't look great. So what I'm gonna do, Michael Jordan. Oh man, we got Vernon Wells, a young Vernon Wells. Maybe just hold on to him. I don't know, man. Maybe let's go Juan Pierre. I saw him available. Let's go Juan Pierre. All right, we've gone through like 10, 11 rounds. I'm just gonna go through it really quickly, off camera. That way we don't keep you here for the next 45 minutes, me drafting a team, and then we'll see if we can win a World Series. If we can't, we'll obviously do another season, and we'll go from there. So see you guys in a sec. Okay, so the CPU actually gave me a really bad trade, or a really bad contract. So I'm gonna make a trade immediately. We're gonna trade Mark Langston, who has a 5-year contract for $25 million, and I have to trade Jimmy Rollins to get a better pitcher in Jaime Navarro, along with Mark Williamson. Whew. I was going through the roster. I saw that contract and I almost threw up. Oh, it was disgusting. So here we go. I do have to make a little change now because Jamie Moyer, I felt like he was in the league forever, and like for some reason they made him look old, and that's fitting because like it just seemed like he was in the league for like 97 years. Like that's just what it felt like. He was always around. So we got Bartolo, Brandon Webb, Jaime Navarro, Jeff Facero, Rene Arocha, and Jamie Moyer, Mike Maddox, Melito Perez, Williamson, Lynn, and Dos Santos, Hankey, and Henry. We might actually have an extra pitcher now that I'm looking at it. Ooh, we definitely do. Who's got the... man, that's... we don't necessarily need all those guys. Maybe let Dos Santos go down, and then we'll just use one of our like longer... yeah, I don't know what we're gonna do, but Dos Santos can't. No, he's got to be in AAA. He just has to be. He just has to be. So there's the squad for the pitching staff. We got Posada and Girardi, along with a couple other catchers. First baseman, we've got Galarraga. That's the main one. Hopefully we don't lose him. Knobloch, Lind, Oquendo, and then a couple other ones. We got Scott Spezio, who's known for his, whatever this was. Third baseman, we've got Keith Miller. A couple other ones. Aramis Ramirez, most likely going to be a trade piece unless he just absolutely just blows up in stats and just becomes a huge, really good hitter. We don't have a shortstop. That's kind of a big issue. I might trade Aramis Ramirez now for a shortstop. We got Barry Bonds, Juan Pierre, Sosa, Quintana, and Hubby Brooks, along with Jock Jones as a potential option in the future. But I did turn on the DH. I felt like if we're going to go all out with something like this, we probably should have the DH on. And, I felt like that was the move. I felt like that was definitely the move. So let's move Perez here. Same with Doug Henry. We'll let Moyer be the long reliever. And yeah, pitching I think is pretty strong. Line up with the really bad shortstop and third baseman. We don't really have a good third baseman either. Makes me worry a little bit. So maybe we go out and trade for a good third baseman really quick. I know I said I wasn't going to make any trades, but I feel like we kind of need a really good third baseman. Aramis Ramirez looks good in like 2-3 years, but just not right now. So let's try to find a third baseman. Who could we go for? Edgar Martinez would be nice. But Chipper Jones? Can't get Chipper Jones. Okay. Who could we get that like would be a decent overall right now? Ken Caminiti. That dude hit tanks. Vinny Castilla. Adrian Beltray. We're not too far off Adrian Beltray. 24 years old. Contract's pretty friendly. What if I throw you Jock Jones? That doesn't even come close. We had somebody else in right field with a potential. Doesn't even come close either. I don't think we're getting Adrian Beltray, unfortunately. What about... I don't know. It's not looking great. We're definitely not getting Aubrey Huff. No, thank you. So maybe we get like a second baseman that can play third. Or maybe we just get a shortstop and just say, oh no, and then we just rock with a terrible third baseman. That might just have to be something that we do. So who could we get at shortstop instead? Derek Jeter, like as awesome as that would be, I just don't think we're gonna get Derek Jeter. That was being way too ambitious. Mark Grudzielanek could be a safe option, as in like, he's gonna get on base, and it's not terrible. Same thing with Tony Fernandez. It's not exciting. I know it's not exciting. I would love to get someone like Barry Larkin. You know what I'm saying? But I just don't think we have the pieces to do it. Miguel Tejada. That's a name right there. So I think we're gonna go with like A-Rod. I wish. Yeah, let's just go with, who did we say? Where is he? Mark Grudzielanek. It's not exciting. I know it's not. I wish we could do better, but we're gonna get Mark Grudzielanek. So there we go. He's gonna be our leadoff guy now. It works out kind of good, I guess. Yeah. I think that's what we're gonna rock with. Something like this. This is a pretty good squad. I think we did pretty good. I mean, even Chuck Knobloch could lead off. He looks like a little bit better of a hitter than Grudzielanek. Yeah, we'll go like that, and this is the team. You know what? That's a decent team right there. I think we did a pretty good job. Couple trades as well, and then we're ranked first somehow. That doesn't look like a first-ranked team, but we are. So let's get through it. Let's see how this season progresses, and I'll see you guys at the end of it. All right, so we won the division. Actually surprised by that, and I did not expect to win the division at all. 92-70, which, okay, not bad. Especially because we kind of started the season off slow. You can kind of see we're like even on wins and losses for the first couple seasons. Like I think we were like 25-25 at one point. So we turned things around. Pretty happy. No league leaders. Sad. That's a little disappointing. But let's see what we got here. We got some Jeter up there. Jason Giambi. Okay. Jeter with some hits. Julio Franco. Oh, Franco, I should say. It's Julio Franco. Marquise Grissom. Okay, some interesting names. Let's see what we got here. Doubles. Triples. Jeff King with triples. Are you serious? Kirby Puckett. Home runs went to Sheffield with 52 and Vlad with 46. That really doesn't look like Vlad. We need a little bit better version of Vlad there. Andrew Jones for RBIs along with Sheffield. All right. Stolen bases. Okay. 49 and 51, I think that was. Let's take a look at the awards now. We got MVP for Gary Sheffield and Vlad. Kerry Wood won the Cy Young along with Pedro Martinez. Hideo Nomo, Brandon Webb was third. So at least we got someone kind of in the running at least. Okay. David Segui. I think it's David Segui. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's David Segui. You got Hoffman and Jay Howell. Rookie of the year went to Roy Halladay and David Ortiz. Okay. What do we got here? Jamie Moyer. 35 years old and held his rating? Are you kidding me? No shot. Did well. I mean, did really well. We got Jeff Lynn. Had a pretty decent season. Mark Williamson. We traded for him. He was okay. Nothing special. Melito Perez was decent. You got Doug Henry. Mike Maddox, and then of course Tom Hankey. All right, pretty solid from the bullpen. Can't complain about that. Bartolo, I need better from you, Bartolo. Just a little bit. That's not good enough. Brandon Webb, outstanding. You got Jaime Navarro. Could be Jamie Navarro, but I don't know. Rene Rocha, pretty solid. Jeff Facero, and then Bartolo was the worst out of all the pitchers. That's insane. Big Sexy let me down. I'm disappointed. What else do we got here? Our bench was pretty bad. Pretty atrocious. I'm not even going to lie. That was pretty bad. Chuck Knobloch, not great in the leadoff role there. Juan Pierre, not great. Stole 20 bases, had 40 doubles, but not great. Barry Bonds, only 27 home runs. Really? That's it? This is Barry Bonds. And only 27 home runs? Insane. Sammy Sosa had 24. We got Andres Galarraga with 28. Had a 307 average, though. That's pretty solid. Almost a 900 OPS. Jorge Posada. Okay. Love seeing that. We got Carlos Quintana, who was all right. Nothing special. Mark Grudzielanek was pretty disappointing. Not going to lie there. That was pretty disappointing. Keith Miller, you know, not the best. Not the best. Scott Spezio is like the one player to look out for coming up, but that's really about it. So let's see what we can do here in the postseason against the Mets, and boom, I had a feeling that was gonna be the game we get eliminated, and we did. That is super disappointing. So let's go see what we could do in this offseason. The Red Sox defeat the Mets. So let's go take a look. Let's go see what those two teams look like. Where are the Mets? There they are. Travis Lee, Sandberg, Chef. Oh wow. Okay. And then the other team was the Red Sox. Franco, Giambi, Raul Mondesi. Okay. I mean, that's a pretty good team. That's a pretty good team. So we definitely need to up it in probably the offensive category. I felt like pitching we were good. I felt like the offense really let us down. Phil Niekro, Nolan Ryan retired along with Don Sutton. Okay, so let's see what we got here. Tom Hankey, let's bring him back for a year. We'll throw you some cash. Jaime Navarro was pretty good. Let's do like something like this. We'll backload that. And then he wasn't great, and neither was Dan August. I don't even think we used Dan August, so we'll just move forward with it. Now let's see here. 40-man, Jack Jones, and Scott Spezio. Those are kind of the two that I'm worried about. Arbitration, depending on the contracts, I'll offer it to them. But like realistically, we didn't use any of these guys last year, so not too sure I'll bring them back. Kind of want to save some money, and then we'll offer most people a contract unless they have gross contracts, because we don't have a lot of money to work with, and I'd like to at least sign one big name free agent with what money we have. So Hankey didn't sign that contract, so we do need a closer, and I would love to go out and get a third baseman. That's kind of my main target this offseason, a big hitting third baseman. So please be there. Please be there. Ichiro's available. We don't need Ichiro, so let's not even look at that. Glenn Davis. Is there not a good third baseman available? Not really. That sucks. There's like no good infielders. Wow, really? That sucks. Is there like a corner outfielder that plays first base that we could, like Kevin Mitchell plays third base, we can move him to third base? What about over here? We might have to make a trade. So am I gonna sign somebody to trade them? This might be the first time I actually do that, where like I sign somebody to trade them. So all right, I'll see you guys next year. It doesn't look like a lot of big names. Well, there's like Sid Fernandez, David Wells, Dwight Gooden. So there's a couple available, but like we don't necessarily need them. So I'd rather sign somebody to trade. That's probably what's gonna happen. All right, for our second season, we're gonna acquire Chipper Jones. I did sign Seichiro Izuki? That's definitely his name. Seichiro Izuki. Oh, man. What is wrong with me? Ichiro Suzuki. I did sign him. 12 million, but I'm going to trade him. I also got Scott Cooper in the Rule 5 draft. I guess I should show you that. Let me sim to spring training. I probably won't be able to do this trade now. But let me show you that I did get that player in the Rule 5 draft. There you go, along with Seichiro Suzuki, you know, or Izuki, whatever I just said. I don't even know. But I'm going to trade Ichiro along with that third baseman, Scott Cooper, and Jamie Moyer for Chipper Jones. Now I got to go find him. I don't remember where he is. Where is he? Where he's probably like, yeah, of course he's at the Diamondbacks. So there's the trade. Boom. I think that might be the only trade that I make because let me get the lineup set up, make sure everyone's where they're supposed to be, and then I'll tell you why I think that's all I need to do. All right, so I was looking around the league trying to see what other trades we could do. Can't really make them, but this is I said I didn't want to make any other changes. I lied. So here we go. This is the team. I like it. I think this is a pretty strong team. We did pretty good last year. So, you know, kind of like if it ain't broke, don't fix it type situation. You know what I mean? We brought in George Brett as a 40-year-old veteran in the clubhouse. That's basically what it is. And he's actually got a decent bat. So I signed him to a 1-year deal. Not too bad. We got Scott Spezio here, along with like Chuck Knobloch, all the other guys. You know, the team's looking good. I don't know why I led it with Spezio and Knobloch instead of like Chipper Jones, Barry Bonds, Sammy Sosa, Galarraga, Posada, you know, things like that. So the team's looking good. I think we're in a good spot. League, we're first, and that looks a lot better than what we had last year. So yeah, I mean, we even stayed within budget, which, you know, the contracts are all over the place, so it's kind of just random. But you know what? This is pretty good. I like this team a lot. Let's see how it goes, and I'll see you guys at the end of the year. So we won the division again with a really similar record, 93-69. Nice. Won the division. There we go. And looking around the league, what do we have here? Okay, the Diamondbacks look pretty good. Maybe we'll check out their roster. The Red Sox, which were in the World Series last year, so we know what their roster looks like. The Twins, the Angels, and the Athletics. Okay, and the Marlins. Okay, so let's just take a little quick peek around the league, see what we have. Ricky Henderson leads the Reds. Craig Biggio. Who else? You got Derek Jeter on the Brewers. That's an interesting one. Nomar on the Pirates along with Mark McGwire. Okay, so he stayed within the Central. Wade Boggs, David Ortiz, Kirby Puckett. All right. Bip Roberts. Ooh, that's a name right there. What else? Tim Raines. Okay, so we got some interesting names here. Kenny Lofton. The Giants look decent. JT Snow, Piazza, Martinez, Buhner, Jose Offerman, Doug Glanville. All right. Mark McLemore, A-Rod, Tino Martinez, Alomar Jr., Julio Franco, Giambi, Mondesi. Let's see, Roberto Alomar on the Yankees. And I mean, we got some interesting names here for sure. Cecil Fielder, of course, Prince Fielder's father. Yeah, I almost said no as I was like, nah, that's not right. Okay. Interesting. All right, I like some of these teams. I like some of these teams for sure. It looks stacked. I mean, like for like some teams look stacked, some teams look like pretty balanced. But for the most part, I feel like this is like pretty even league. Like there's no team that's like way above the rest. Like some teams like are kind of good offensively, but there's no way they're as good pitching wise. So like I feel like it's been pretty even for this. And of course you gotta remember, like most of these players are like good, so like even if you're a really good hitter, you're still facing really good pitching, so it's like it's gonna even itself out. And so I was talking about some of my players last year in the lineup as we go through the league leaders and awards and seeing them hit, you know, like 790 OPS, or their average is at like 270. Like that's still respectable when you think about they're facing Kerry Wood, they're facing Pedro Martinez, you know, they're facing, you know, top pitchers, especially when some of these pitchers are definitely in their prime. So let's see what we got here. You know, Kevin Gross wasn't gross. Like there we go. That's what I like to see. Jeff Lynn, outstanding. We've got Mark Williamson, improved slightly, but he only pitched 18 innings, so they didn't really give faith in him. Melito Perez, Doug Henry, Mike Maddox, and of course Tom Hankey. We got him back. He decided to come back. So what do we got here? Brandon Webb, still pretty good. I'll take it. Bartolo, improved. Yes. Big Sexy. There we go. Jaime Navarro, Rene Rocha, and then Jeff Facero. I'm pretty happy with that pitching. For once, we didn't have one pitcher that was like garbage, just absolutely terrible, and it actually did well for once. Like that's what I like to see. George Brett dropped 7 ratings. You hate seeing that. And Scott Spezio. There we go. That's a good bench bat right there. That's what you look for. Chuck Knobloch, improved. There we go. Chipper Jones, 34 home runs. Love to see it. Barry Bonds, that's a Barry Bonds season right there. That's what you like to see. A lot of walks, a lot of RBIs, even 21 stolen bases at the age of 35. Sammy Sosa, yeah, I mean, not great. Andres Galarraga was all right. Not as good as he was last year. Jorge Posada, talk about a catcher who can hit. We've got Carlos Quintana, not great. Mark Grudzielanek, not as good as I would have hoped. And then you got Juan Pierre, who slightly improved. So, you know what? I still have faith in the squad. I definitely do. Let's face the Marlins. And like I said, I had faith in the team. Let's get 1, 2, 3 up again. And here we go against the Brewers. Ooh, we got a divisional matchup here. And we're 1 game away from elimination. And they made us go all the way to Game 7 for that to happen. Oh, wow. That is not what you like to see. So it's going to be the Brewers versus the Twins. And it looks like the Brewers is going to win. Yeah, the Brewers won the 2021 World Series. Let me guess. Derek Jeter? No, Wally Joyner. Derek Jeter's on that team, though, right? Pretty sure Derek Jeter was on the Brewers. Yeah, Derek Jeter. 206. Yeah, that's because Derek Jeter is garbage. Anyways, there we go. I hope you enjoyed it. If you enjoyed it, thumbs up down below. Subscribe to the channel if you're new and enjoyed the content. And, of course, get in the comment section. Let me know what video you want to see in the future. That's really about it, guys. I'll catch you all on the next one. Peace.